Live from Basement Boulevard, Rockmile. This is Cellar County with Butch and Coffee, and we go to sleep for 2 weeks, and what the hell happens?
A wild accumulation of events has pretty much just piled on. The sports landscape as a whole has somewhat changed.
Yeah.
For better or for worse. Baseball's back. The NFL sold out its good name. We finally have an NCAA champion. And the biggest news happens to come out of the Peach State of all states.
Yes.
You think it'd be Texas with them flinging their doors wide open, but no, instead it's Georgia.
Texas has like a small footnote in this entire thing, but long story short, if you haven't been living under a rock, Georgia just passed a new law that basically changes a lot of the rules when it comes to voting in elections. Now, there is a lot of controversy about it. We're not going to dive into that controversy.
The big question is, why are we talking about this? Well, how does this relate to a sports podcast, you might say?
You think Butch maybe? I think Butch figured it out.
There was something going on this year. Atlanta was supposed to host something.
Yes, but what was it? It was some big event that
I think it had to do with the ball, a white ball.
The Masters. Or are we talking a bigger white ball? Bigger white ball?
A bigger white ball. The biggest and the whitest of the balls.
Well, actually, not the whitest, because there's a little red in there. Yes, we are talking about baseball, folks. The Atlanta was supposed to host the 2021 MLB All-Star Game, but the MLB decided to pull, as a form of protest, some would say, to pull the game out of Atlanta and move it somewhere else. Where that somewhere else is, drum roll, please.
We are going out to the Rockies!
Woo! Yes, the game has been moved to Coors Field.
If I may say something, I thought Milwaukee would have been the perfect backdrop.
I would have said
no.
I would have said LA, because LA didn't get to host it in 2020, so you should have moved it up 1 year. But
Chavez Ravine will get it next year. This decision has been marred in controversy with both sides clashing. I am surprised now that sports and politics have pretty much intertwined.
I am actually more surprised at the fact that, well, first let me talk about some of the disappointing factors about this. If you haven't been living in a rock and sports world, Hank Aaron passed away some time ago. And
yes, the great legend of Atlanta is no longer roaming this earth. The true home run king. You say Barry Bonds is the true home run king. You could shove his steroids down your throat.
I will say this. The book will still say Barry Bonds, but you got to put an asterisk next to him. You have to put the asterisk next to him.
Gigantic asterisk next to his gigantic head.
Yeah, you have to put an asterisk next to his name, but yeah. So a lot of people thought that the All-Star Games in Atlanta, it'd be a perfect way to honor him, but
it was literally perfect. But then controversy happened.
Oh, almost dropped. Almost dropped my cup of coffee. All right.
What baseball could have done to right in the situation was put it in Milwaukee. Why Milwaukee, you might say?
Yes.
Well, the Braves used to play in Milwaukee. Before they were in Atlanta, they were in Brewtown. And guess what? Would have been a fitting tribute considering his final home run was hit at Milwaukee County Stadium in 1976. It would have been the perfect storybook ending. And instead, you decide to put it in Colorado, where the baseball flies.
Let's also put this out here for a sec, that he actually was a brewer for 2 years.
What do you think of all it? I know you and me stand on different sides of the aisle. You know my opinion. I know your opinion. Did baseball do the right thing here?
I felt like I felt like this is not uncommon because the NBA did it when North Carolina had their bathroom law. They pulled the All-Star game out of there. The NFL did it when they pulled the Super Bowl out of Arizona for them not honoring
Martin Luther King Day.
Yes. The point is,
this isn't baseball. This isn't baseball's first time around with this too.
No. Ironically, actually, you have the whole story on that, Butch. Go ahead.
2000 All-Star Game was supposed to be in then Pro Player Stadium, aka Hard Rock Stadium in Florida, but due to attendance worries regarding the then Florida Marlins, the game was moved to none other than Atlanta and Turner Fields. And now in a reversal role, their new shiny stadium, SunTrust or Truist Park, will no longer have it.
We actually have something. I actually have something on that, but we'll get to it more. Anyway, yes, the MLB moved the game out, and me and Butch, we have differing opinions on this, but I think the MLB, they did what they want to do. They listened to the players. The players always complain. The only thing is that Atlanta, I feel,
Atlanta lost out.
Atlanta lost out, but in the end, it's not their fault. It's not Atlanta's fault. It's the It's in a way.
In the long run, it's going to be. This is. I know you want to say, like, yeah, we've had these events happen before, whatnot, but we're going to have more dominoes fall. I feel like. I just
want to see what the line would be. Like, what is the absolute transgression that has to qualify to take an event like an All-Star game or a Super Bowl out of a state? And I think now we're beginning to see a clearer picture of what's it going to take. But anyway, yes, so the NFL released a statement on this. I don't have it up right now. But they released a statement. Basically, they acknowledged it, and they're saying that they're working on building community. And that's all. They said.
You know what the NFL isn't building the community with? Their players. Because guess what happened in the NFL?
Wait. We have one more thing to talk about in terms of Atlanta. Another event that people are saying they should pull out, but you and I both agree is not going anywhere.
The Masters.
The Masters start tomorrow at 6 in the freaking morning, or whatever's the earliest tee time in the Masters. But the point is,
I think it's 6 or 7.
I want to say it's like 6:10. I'm looking this up. Masters tee times.
But you can't move the Masters tournament out of.
There's 3 reasons they weren't going to move it. There's 2 of them are obvious, and the third one is actually something I don't think many people know about. So, Butch, say the first reason.
It belongs at the Augusta National Golf Club. It has only been played there, and even last year with everything that happened with COVID, it was still managed to be played.
All right, so
number 2, the history.
Okay, so apparently the first tee time is 7 in the morning Central, 8 Eastern.
That's
a bit later than I thought it would be when you consider the field.
It's not terrible.
All right, second reason that the Masters was not going to be pulled out. The MLB All-Star Game was going to take place in July, if I'm correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
So between late March, early April, and July, there's enough time to basically take it out and put it somewhere else. The Masters only had like 2-3 weeks prior to this. You aren't going to find another location to host the tournament.
Unless you look literally, because Augusta is literally at the border of South Carolina. Unless you're literally going to find like a shitty municipal course.
Oh my God. Could you imagine playing like one of the greatest golf? I can only imagine like playing like the U.S. Open and like some of the shittiest golf. Like,
let's play at the municipal course off of I-20 in South Carolina.
Oh yeah, no.
Stay away from the porta potty littered fucking lake. And the sand trap that's full of. I was gonna say hillbilly piss, but
I actually thought you were gonna say like heroin needles.
Hey.
All right, and here's the third reason they're not gonna pull the match out, and I don't think a lot of people realize this, but let me give you a little history let me give you a little history on, not really history, but more a little information on golf's major tournaments. The U.S. Open is sponsored by the USGA. The big British Open is sponsored by the R&A, I believe. And the PGA Championship is sponsored by the PGA. The Masters is sponsored by the Augusta National Golf Course. They organize the whole thing. The whole club organizes it. It's an invitational tournament. So reality, even let's say the PGA says we're not going to endorse the Masters. We're not going to do anything about it. Augusta could say we're still doing it. We're still going to do the Masters. The PGA can do anything they want, but the point is that PGA does not have any control over what Augusta National Golf Course or that club can do with the Masters. This is why that for so long...
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why for so long, if you ever play like any of the Tiger Woods games, you realize that Augusta was not on there. I think it was 2012 when they finally put Augusta in the game.
Damn. I know playing at Augusta is almost next to impossible. It's even impossible to play there since it's invitation only.
Yeah.
My grandfather had the distinct honor of playing there, and he said it was one of the most beautiful golf courses he's ever seen with his eyes.
Yeah, the point is that we can do, let's say the whole world could just scream and do all they want. It's not going to change the fact that
you and me could go viral, and we still would be famous enough to go there.
Dude, how many of the most viral golfers in the world still can't get into Augusta?
Very true. Very, very true.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it right now. The 2012 Tiger Woods game was called Tiger Woods PGA Tour 12, the Masters. That's literally what that game is called.
Jesus.
This game.
All right.
The point is,
stop.
The only other thing I could say is that I feel like, despite all this happening, this is not the end of the Georgia thing, but we won't know until the next few months how it's going to play out. But point is, some leagues and teams have already responded, and we're just going to wait, sit back, and see how it play out. Now let's move on to the NFL. How the players have sold their souls to the owners, and the owners are exerting.
No. The players haven't sold their souls. The owners have sold out. The owners have done. The owners did what was considered unthinkable maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
They did what was considered unthinkable. Okay, first, tell us what's unthinkable.
Wait.
Let's say what's unthinkable.
The first time since I think it was 1978, the season has been expanded by 1 game. Before that, it was 14 games. 16 games is doable. 17 games is going to be ugly. No longer are you going to have a 500 record. Instead, you're going to have the abominations of 8-9 and 9-8. Congratulations, folks. Congratulations, Roger Goodell, Jerry Jones, and all you shitty owners for literally fucking the players. And yes, I'm saying that because a lot of players hate this goddamn deal.
Yeah, a lot of players hate this deal, but let's also remember the fact that because of the new CBA, the players agreed to let the owners have the power to extend the season. That's why I said the players sold their soul, because they agreed to it.
Be honest.
It's like a surprise Pikachu meme where you say, "Oh, I'm selling." Let's say I sell my information on Facebook.
What does Facebook hold on? No, coffee. What does the 17th game accomplish?
Absolutely. Well, outside of the fact that you can't go 500 anymore.
Nothing. It is a cash grab. It is another chance for a NFL superstar to risk injury, especially in a league where you play week to week to get a paycheck.
Well,
most of everybody is not guaranteed.
Well, here's the thing I was going to say about the 17th game is that technically with the 17th game, that means that, let's just say the magic number for teams to clinch extends let's say we get to usually about week 12, when we're 12 games in, we have an idea of who's making the playoffs and what they need to actually clinch the playoffs. But that's only because they would have 4 games left. Now they have 5 games left. that provides ample opportunity for a lot of other teams to play their stars for one more game just to get that playoff spot.
But this comes with a ironic twist. The CBA cannot be undone until 2030, and rumor has it there is going to be a 18th game once the CBA expires in 2030.
Let's also point out one other thing about the 17-game season. Instead of 4-game preseason, 16-game regular season,
it's going to be 3.
They literally convert a preseason game to a regular season game.
And worst of all, the Super Bowl is now a week later, and it conflicts with Valentine's Day.
Oh God, yes. Who wants to watch Valentine's Day with their girlfriend who probably hates football?
You know how many divorces and breakups there are about to be? Do you know what the NFL?
Do you know how many lonely guys are gonna be on Super Bowl? Like it'll be. Like...
Oh my God! All the ad slots are gonna be with like fucking Pornhub and Hustler.
Oh God. How many beer commercials are now going to be at Super Bowl?
The 69th Super Bowl presented by Pornhub.
I was not saying no.
Oh my God! It's going to be streamed on Pornhub.
I got one better for you. The 69th Super Bowl in Las Vegas, sponsored by Viagra. But yeah, the one thing I'm concerned about this whole thing is that safety of the players is one thing, but there is one thing I kind of see is a good thing in the beginning of the season, because with one less preseason game, that means that some of the players don't have to play as much as they do in the preseason.
Or at all.
But at the same time, let's look at the negative side. They use usually the 3rd and 4th preseason game to kind of finalize the roster, get an idea of who's going to be on the roster opening week 1.
Okay.
So with one less game, I feel like some players are going to be like pushing themselves a little harder, which could cause injury. Which
it's going to fuck shit up.
It's going to fuck shit. But how are players going to get paid now because of this? Because does the pay per game change now?
I'm going to say yes, but that is to be determined. Let's wait and hear out what the NFL has planned.
And what about the ad revenue coming in? Because now we have a 17th game. How's the ad revenue going to work for that? Who gets it?
I'm still assuming the owners in the team. There's a lot of questions that need to be
There's a lot of questions, but I will say this. If the owners are smart, which you and I know the NFL owners are typically dumb as shit compared to all the other sports leagues. If they're smart, they would look at this, see the money, and realize we can get better TV deals now. Now we have 17th game. We can kind of pitch for better TV deals.
Especially after seeing what the NHL got with ESPN, you know the NFL is going to milk that cow.
But the thing is, what better deals can you really get at this point? You got CBS, you got NBC, you got Fox.
At this point, you got to look towards the streaming services. Hulu, Peacock, Amazon Prime, and Netflix.
I feel like Peacock would be like the biggest get for them, because
Peacock would be an interesting setup. You get in bed with NBC streaming service. There is going to be a lot of money coming in for these owners.
Okay, one more thing I just thought. It just came to my attention. How does a bye week work in this? Is there still going to be each team only gets one bye week?
Only one bye week.
Well, that's going to really fuck
the
up
NFL did experiment once with 2 bye weeks to the 1993 season, but we're not going to have that again.
Oh, man.
All right, folks. We need to move on.
If there's one more thing I want to add to this, is that the NFL should at least do a policy. The NFL should adopt a policy like the NBA does. Is that if they're going to rest starters, they should make a list saying, okay, we have this game on NBC, Sunday Night Football. Let's say it's between the Seahawks and the Buccaneers. Russell Wilson isn't playing; he's choosing the rest. Well, they gotta let the league know he's gonna rest this game. There should be a rest policy in place now. Anyway, let's move on.
Rest assured, no one got this March Because
Wait, we have one more thing about the NFL.
oh
The
my
Jet-
god.
Yes, we gotta talk about a team selling its future away for draft picks.
Are you talking about the aforementioned butt fumble getting rid of its
Yes.
Oh, I really don't want to say god awful quarterback, but
Yes,
finally releasing Sam Darnold from the hell of New Jersey.
the Jets are taking a huge risky risk in trading away Sam Darnold.
Yeah, because trading away Sam Darnold because he sure did well in the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes. Oh wait, that's right, you failed.
You failed miserably, and
You couldn't even lose right without controversy, and then you win a game. You had a 0-16 team. Adam Gase is doing everything right for your future, and you fucked it all up.
let's also remember who the win came against. Let's remember that. Let's remember who the win came against.
The LA Rams, folks. The LA fucking Rams. Wait a minute. No. Hold on.
No, it wasn't the Rams. No, not the Rams.
Cleveland. It was Cleveland Browns. It was the Browns. Oh. Why am I not surprised?
Well, they
had
one more win too. We forgot they won against the Rams and the Browns. They won against the Rams and the
Browns.
Oh my God!
Well,
you had one job. You had one job. Take the shame of an 0-16 season. Get Trevor Lawrence and move on.
Take for T. And no, you're taking.
Okay. Well, guess what? You're now going to have at least one guaranteed 0-16 season. Because if you don't, that's a success. That is a huge success if you can avoid getting an 0-16 season in the next 3 years.
Darnold's destination is now Charlotte. And now the question is, are we going to see a new side of Sam? Are we going to see the same old butt-fumbling quarterback? Are we still going to see yet another USC quarterback get turned into glue?
We'll find out come August.
What a great segue into our next speech, which has nothing to do with professional sports.
Yes.
No, it has to do with amateur athletes.
Amateur athletes, as
it was better when it was student athletes.
Yes, these student athletes. Yes, we're talking about the end of the NCAA men's and women's basketball tournament.
The madness is over, folks.
Yes, the madness is over. Go home. And if you were on the women's side, outside of a few controversial moments earlier, considering a weight room, the championship game was fucking great. It was amazing.
Stanford Cardinals flew high and got that dub.
Oh,
and
my
Arizona
God.
came so goddamn close.
Oh my God, I was so. The thing is, ever since 2016 when Villanova hit that buzzer beater against North Carolina to win the championship, I've been waiting for another moment like this.
Oh, you really, dude, in national championship games, you really don't get that, as we saw in the men's, which we'll get to in a moment.
The closest the women came to, I think, was 2018 when Notre Dame hit that shot, but that wasn't the end of the game. They still had like another moment.
I still feel Hayward's half-court heave for Butler,
which was just like 3 inches off from being
it was just as, if not more memorable, only because it would have been the greatest upset of all time in March Madness history. Outside of a certain Virginia team choking to a retriever. But enough about a 1 versus a 16. We had some history play out. First off, it was done in your home state of Indiana.
Yes, we've covered that before.
The whole tournament was done in Indianapolis and the great state of Indiana. And my question to you is, can we see this be played out again? Could the NCAA realistically do another quote unquote bubble within an entire state or metropolitan area?
I would say, if you were asking me, not for the NCAA tournament. You could do it for the Nobody's Interested tournament, but not for the big dance.
Eat shit. Although I have heard that the Sweet 16 and beyond for the women's tournament is permanently hosted.
Okay, you know what? That actually wouldn't be bad. Maybe not the whole tournament. If you get like the Sweet 16 and then put it in one state, that's fine. I could live with that.
I was going to suggest a city, and I wanted your opinion. Los Angeles.
For men's or women's or both?
The men's.
Okay, well, let me say this. What's so wrong about having both the men's and women's at the same location? What's so wrong about that? That's something on my list. Like, I want to see it happen.
I feel like the men's tournament would overshadow the women's tournament.
Unfortunately, that's an unfortunate reality. But what I was
let's be 100% honest. Post COVID, you're definitely gonna want to have you know what, fans to congregate in the same area for two separate things. You're gonna want to separate them.
Yeah, but I was just hoping, like, maybe like if you do like a Final Four where you have only 8 teams to worry about. That's just me. But anyway, let's talk about the men's game before we go on. Oh yeah, to answer your question, I would love to see the women more in LA than the men. I would love to see the men in New York more so.
Oh, you tricky bastard. Oh, where are you going to have the super stadium? Unless you're talking about playing outside in New Jersey.
I mean, that's the other thing. Does it have to be in a football stadium? Is playing in Madison Square Garden not enough?
You're pretty much guaranteed you have to play it in a football stadium, indoor football stadium.
Okay.
That's why I mentioned SoFi Stadium.
Yeah, I was going to say SoFi Stadium, which is a beautiful stadium I would love to go see one day. But if we're doing like football stadiums, there's only so few you can really do.
I was thinking LA. You can't do Chicago because I was thinking about that for a little bit. Miami, I believe Hard Rock Stadium is not fully indoor, but it does have a covered roof, which you could realistically do. Although Miami would be such a great location only because all the colleges around there are super small outside the University of Miami.
Okay, here's a weird hypothetical that this is just me. Let's say you do both the men's and women's in California. Maybe if you do the men's in SoFi, and hear me out on this, because this is just something I had to actually think about. But correct me if I'm wrong. Is there a big indoor stadium for a college in California?
No.
Outside, I swear there's another one.
No, they tore down Qualcomm. We had the shithole in Oakland. Santa Clara, no. I'm trying to think of college. teams. San Diego State, no. San Diego State, no. San Jose State, no. USC, no. UCLA, no. I'm trying to think. No, not California. No, not California. Maybe going to the desert to Arizona, but that's a whole nother ball game. I was also thinking Phoenix would be another good location.
Yeah, Phoenix would probably be the one.
ASU and University of Arizona are not too far away, with Arizona only being like 90 miles. I think Phoenix could be another ideal location you could host. As for the game, go ahead.
I was about to say, did the women? Has there ever been like a Final Four in Jerry World?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to confirm because you could go. Anyway, let's go to the men's game before. All right, for those of you, before we go on, let's just say this. I said going into this that Gonzaga is setting themselves up for failure because no team since Indiana State has gone on to finish the whole season undefeated and win the championship. And guess what? For those
The
of you who
Hoosiers are
expected,
still here.
they're not only
The
still here.
Hoosiers
If you were expecting a
still
close
are.
game, you were disappointed immensely. Baylor hit the fucking gas and did not let up.
It just seemed like Gonzaga never even showed up to Lucas Oil.
No, they did not.
And that was the bummer considering their buzzer beater against UCLA.
Which some people
You
are
thought-
saying is the greatest buzzer beater ever. I say, look back at 2016 and tell me that's not more hype than a freaking backboard shot to win OT. But still.
Yes, the Catholic boys from Spokane could not get it done, unfortunately. Their record permanently blemished by one loss.
Yes.
And it was to the Baylor Bears of the Big 12. Yes, their first overall title.
Yes. Baylor
A
won
team
86-70.
We witnessed the national champions play.
Yes. We can now
And
say we
let's
saw
be-
the national champions play a game.
I did not expect Baylor to win. Of all the number one seeds outside Gonzaga, I thought Illinois would have had the highest chance of winning it all. But instead, you choked to a 101-year-old nun that everyone wants dead.
Nah, I wouldn't say everyone.
Everyone around here wants her dead.
Well,
I'm not saying I am not endorsing death on a 101-year-old woman, but they literally think she's a gimmick. They literally think
let's also
a distraction.
remember. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What the part that buzzed me out is she has become like folklore for the Loyola Chicago what are they, the Ramblers, correct?
Yeah. I want to say, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
The disappointing part is how much people have said she's been a distraction.
Well,
I think it's cute, but in COVID, I really did see why you brought her down to Indy.
it's like a super fan thing. It's like you have those people who are super fans and so connected with a team that you have to bring them. And the thing I was gonna say is that considering that everyone around you wants to see her disappear, considering who everyone around you supported.
Not disappear. Dead. DEAD.
Well, I'm trying to use a
Dead.
kinder D word.
Well, I'm sorry, but the stuff I heard was stuff.
Well, let's also remember Michigan's got a lot of problems, not just in basketball, but in general. They just have so many problems.
Look, if we're gonna talk about the men's basketball team, there was too much hype. Howard, we have a good head coach. All right.
Let me be fair. I legit thought of all the one seeds that were going to get knocked out first, I thought you guys were going to be the first ones out.
Oh, no. No. I had Baylor.
Yes. I fully believe of all the one seeds, you guys would have been the first one out the door.
Do not bring out my salty Michigan fan because there is a part chained up at the bottom of my heart.
I will bring it. I'm going to wait for... Well, I'll bring it out eventually because, let's face it, Michigan deserves it. But we'll bring it out eventually. Not tonight. Anyway, back to the men's game. Yeah, Baylor hit the gas, never let go, kicked ass the whole tournament through, and finally got their first championship.
Overall, a success. All teams involved, but one.
Both tournaments, this whole game was a success. This whole tournament was a success on both the men's and women's side.
Let me finish. VC, the Virginia Commonwealth University Rams, unfortunately fell victim to COVID protocol.
Okay,
the only team that was not able to play a game. Outside of that, I am glad they rightened the ship and figured out their shit and didn't have any more games canceled to COVID. Overall, the bubble format worked. I know we said this in our last podcast, but Indianapolis was so much fun to do. I really wish the NCAA would just revisit. Not even if they shoot it down. It would just be fun if they even considered it going forward or did a reconsideration. It's in terms of the travel aspect, instead of having fans book last minute accommodations and overpriced flights, why not just have it all in one state?
Well,
I thought that was so cool of Indianapolis, and why not better than the birthplace of basketball?
I feel like Indianapolis should get its own big preseason tournament, get like some of the top 25 teams, some of them to come to a tournament in Indy.
The Circle City Invitational.
There we go.
The Circle City Invitational. I got your I got the name already booked out. Trademarked.
You can't steal it, Mike Everett. You can't steal like you've been stealing players like this for years. Bitch.
We know where your office is. We visited it.
Oh yeah, and one more thing, Dickie V, baby, say goodbye to Dickie V.
Okay, I'm lost here. What the hell are you on about Dickie V now?
Are you not sick and tired of the man's antics? Are you not sick and tired of hearing that man's voice outside of a certain group of four that you like listening to on TNT? A certain group of men that have their professional jobs cater to professional basketball.
And
Instead of having a old clown shout, "This is it, baby," or "Dickie V, baby." He is annoying. And yes, I know he has a huge role here in Detroit, coaching at Detroit Mercy, and literally having the home court named after him. I'm just done with Dickie V, dude. I'm just fucking done with him.
I honestly do not, unless he like does what some of these other legendary commentators do and say something racist on a hot mic. I personally don't get.
You know what's coming.
Like my only complaint in terms of all sports casting right now at this very moment, whoever you get for the ABC NBA games, throw them out the fucking window and get the TNT crew to do those games. Because, my God, does the ABC crew suck.
Speaking of a announcer that recently got fired.
Oh.
No, he did not say something racist.
No, he did not say something racist, but he was seen doing something very lewd. Well, not really lewd, but...
if you want to celebrate with strippers and get your haircut done, that's fine. Just don't Instagram it live
or
all your fans. Especially when you work for a corporation like Disney. They literally don't want you to have sex. It is known.
Well, the thing with the Paul Pierce, everything with the Paul Pierce thing is like, first off, why the hell would you Instagram that? Like, he was supposed to send it to someone else, and then it just went, and then he accidentally live streamed the whole thing. Why would you Instagram that in the first place?
Then to make matters worse, he not just gets fired. He then says big things are coming. And he landed a job at Barstool Sports. Folks.
Oh God! No! Oh God! Oh my God! Oh no! Do I have to get my bat now? Do I have to get my bat?
No, but I'll get the bleach.
But okay, first off, let me just say one thing about this whole Paul Pierce thing. I have a small issue with it because compared to other, let's say, fireable offenses, this is very, very, very low on the totem pole. At the very least,
it's only normal because it's for Disney.
At the very least, he should have been suspended. Had this been any other, had this been Fox, had this been NBC, had this been, fuck, what else does NBA? No, Fox is doing NBA. ABC. No. Well, ABC's owned by Disney anyway, so we're still fucked there.
You know the meme? You're fired. That's literally what Disney and ESPN did as soon as
They should have
started
suspended him, not fired him. That's what
fired.
that's what makes me so mad. Is I'm like, of all the fireable offenses, this is what classifies someone getting fired.
Who cares?
That's the
if
second
he
thing.
gets-
Who gives a fuck in 2020 when you see players doing way worse on social media?
When you literally have Antonio Brown threatening sportscasters and fans, when you literally have Kevin Durant with multiple burner accounts.
Now the burger account thing is something I get, but he shouldn't have said the things he said.
Oh, but Paul Pierce, man,
This was stupid, and in the end, everyone loses. Paul Pierce loses because he lost a great gig at Disney. Disney loses because now they look like assholes, and Barstool Sports loses because I can't say it in there right because they fucking suck. Let's move. Oh, you know what else sucks? You know what else sucks, Butch? The U.S. men's soccer team. U.S. soccer is royally fucked. We lost out on We lost out on the. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna scream right now at the men's soccer team.
3 straight times, 0 for 3. You can't make the Olympics.
You can't even make the World fucking Cup at this rate.
I hate to say this because you know where I stand on the whole women's team and their controversy. When the women's team is better than you, and when you're literally getting paid tenfold over what the ladies get, it is a literal national embarrassment.
This is a national embarrassment because in every other sport, in any other of the big 5 sports, we're a world power. It's
literally USA.
We're either the best team in the world or one of the top 5 teams. In soccer, I hate to say this, we're playing like a third world country that's just discovered the sport. That's how bad the men's team is.
Your dick is literally as flaccid as your coach.
My god, don't get me started on that guy.
It is on levels of national ineptitude. How bad this team is.
It is so bad.
This team could literally not catch a break if it tried. That's how bad we're talking.
You know what I was gonna say? Let's go to the English Premier League. Take any of the teams that's in relegation. Who's in relegation right now? I think Burnley is in relegation. Let me check. Anyway, take any of those bottom 3 teams, put them against the U.S. men's national team. I guarantee you they will win.
Oh.
I fucking guarantee that. That's how bad the men are.
I'm glad I do not really.
This pisses me off so bad because if you look at the MLS, this is a league that's actually fun to watch. It's entertaining. There are stars on this team. The only problem is when time comes,
it's respectable. But the men's national team.
I was about to say when it comes to international play, it's like we have some superstars here that play for the MLS, but when it comes to the international team, where are those superstars? Back in their home countries. And we get left with the scraps.
Your team is dog shit.
All right.
Congratulations.
Okay. I'm looking at the table right now for the English Premier League. We have Sheffield United is last. We have West Bromwich and we have Fulham.
Those literally sound like sandwich shops.
Burnley's actually 16th. 15th, my bad. So they're not in relegation, but still, take any of those lower position teams and they will wipe the floor with the men's. It's so fucking bad.
They sound like old sandwich shops, like the old crusty, moldy sandwich shops.
Okay. If I go through all the names of the English Premier League teams, would you just say they sound like sandwich shops right now?
Keep listing up a couple more.
Okay,
I'll stop
here. I will start. All right, I will start. What about Wolverhampton? I hope I'm saying that right. My apologies if I'm not saying your team's names right.
Okay. Oh, who gives a shit about the English? What are you gonna do? Try to invade America again? Oh, for 3 bitches.
No, they could just send Man City over and humiliate the rest of the U.S. You could take like literally the best men's soccer team, take the best players in all of the U.S., and Man City would still win like 5-0.
It would literally be a 1-minute story followed by the pink dildo they found in Antonio Brown's car.
All right, here's another one. Aston Villa.
Astonville.
ASTON. Villain.
It sounds like an old ski resort.
Fuck, I can't talk right now.
It sounds like an old ski resort. All right. Enough for the soccer, dude.
Do you have anything else you want to add? Because there's one more thing I want to bring up that I thought was hilarious. But I don't know.
Opening. Well, baseball's back first and foremost.
Oh yes, I forgot. Oh my god, yes, baseball. How do we forget about baseball? We spent the whole opening talking about baseball, and I said we're gonna get to something down the road, and I completely forgot about it. So yeah, let's talk about baseball.
The Tigers are somehow not shit. The White Sox, on the other hand, are they're kind of there. But hey, it's not as painful as the $450 million man, the one that went down with an injuries on the disabled list.
Oh my god!
Heavily.
Oh my god! Did you see this? Did you see the swing?
Yeah, it looked awkward.
It looked so awkward, and I thought something worse happened because if you watch the swing in slow motion, literally the whole bat comes around and taps near his either on or near his spinal cord. It taps it, and then he goes down. And I thought, oh shit, did he literally just...
It's one of those moments that if you're looking away, it's basically like... Here's what I compare it to. It was like when Dak Prescott got injured because you thought it was a simple run, and then the camera pans to the... And you're like, oh my god, oh my god. Fernando Tatis Jr. was just literally like he took a swung, and as soon as he saw the pan in his face, you're just like, wait, what happened? Did he just get hit? Like, no, that was a strike, and he went down. What is going on here? What the hell did I just miss?
You know what else was kind of scary? Because I saw it, and I thought, okay, it's a routine move, but he went down. But Eloy Jimenez, he went up.
Ooh.
Yeah, he went up to rob a home run, and as he reached over his left arm, it stayed over there for a sec. He came back, and he was immediately just like clutching his arm. He was down, and I thought, what the hell did he just do? And then I realized, and then they said he ruptured his left pectoral tendon. Ooh. So yeah, that guy's done for about 6 months.
Yep, done for the season.
Oh my! It was so because like I'm watching this and I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna go up, he's gonna rob this, and then the thing is that I first thought something was up is that he stayed up there a lot longer because like his arm hooked on there.
Mm-hmm.
But my first thought is he hooked on there. I thought, okay, he's holding himself up, and then he came down. He's on the ground. His arm is just completely. I wouldn't say limp, but it definitely does not... Like, if you watch it, it looks like nothing happened. It looks like it's just a normal baseball thing. And then he goes down, and everyone realized something bad just happened. And that's the same feeling we got with that swing. With that entire swing. That's the same feeling we got, because we thought, okay, it's fine, and then he goes down, it's like, oh god, no.
All right. Let's wrap this up real fast. What are your expectations for the season? Tigers, I want Mickey to get to 500 home runs and 3,000 hits this season. And so far, he seems like he's on track if he plays a full and healthy season. What about your Sox?
To those that are saying the Sox are not going to make the playoffs, fuck off. They probably can. But after this injury, I still think they can make the playoffs. Or at the very least,
you guys have. I'm going to say
make a run for that playoff spot.
You guys have a legit chance to win the Central, whereas the Tigers, I think we won't finish the Cellar. I think it'll be KC. Moving on to dumb stadium names. The Miami Marlins renamed Marlins Park as Lone Depot Field.
Oh my god!
I thought guaranteed right field was terrible.
Oh my god, no, that's worse. You know what else is worse? What did Milwaukee rename their stadium to? They renamed it from
American Family Field. Away from Miller Park and now to a controversial insurance company.
Okay, so American Family Field is the worst name in baseball. Lone Depot Stadium is the second worst, and Guaranteed Rate Field's third. Congratulations! The White Sox do not have the worst stadium name in baseball, but they should still change that fucking name.
One quick question as a fan. What do you refer to Guaranteed Rate Field as?
U.S. Cellular Field. I always refer to it as U.S. Cellular Field.
Not the Cell or Kibitsky?
No. The old Kibitsky died when that old stadium got torn down.
Gotcha. And then lastly, we have the Houston Astros.
Yes, the trash saga has begun.
I am ready for waste management.
Okay, so in case you guys didn't see it, during the Angels game, there was inflatable trash cans being thrown on the field.
When they are in Detroit, I'm going to dress up as a waste management person.
I have two plans, folks. I have two plans. And the thing is, if either plan is done before the Sox play the Astros, it's a no. I can't do it anymore because I want to be the first to it. It's either I go as the trash man and start throwing trash on the field and eating it.
Oh, Jesus.
Or I find a trash can in the stadium, turn it around, take some drumsticks, and every time a Sox pitcher winds up for the pitch, just start drumming. No, just go full Blue Man Group with it. Just get like a few trash cans, just go Blue Man Group with it.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you bastard.
I'm pretty sure if I could get like 300 people, we could totally pull this off. No, wait. 200 people, including myself. So yeah, Blue Man Group's always in threes.
You definitely need a group for that. I'm pretty much wrapped up here. Is there anything else real quick you want to add?
Aaron Rodgers hosted his first Jeopardy game on Monday, and already he got trolled. He got trolled so hard.
Look, he was not prepared. He was nervous. That's to be expected.
No, he was fine. He was perfectly fine in that game.
You bastard.
No, he was perfectly fine. It's the thing is that I never seen Aaron Rodgers so soft-spoken hosting Jeopardy, but I think he was fine. He prepared for this. It's just he was not prepared for that guy to ask that question.
Roll credits. Right. I'm done.
Who wanted to kick that field goal? This is Cellar County with Bunch of Coffee. We will see you next week.